and improve those laws by invoking Article 119, petition Parliament to implement such a law.
There's already a law.
Includes those checks and balances. Okay. But back to my point, is that we are a country of institutions.
Can I just inform you on that slightly?
Yes.
When I spoke about the impeachment procedure bill that has been in Parliament, I think from 2018, it's a the Senate.
Yes.
It's a Cherargei bill. It was supposed to address the issues we are raising here. But somehow, like those laws that we know, if they come in place, they will actually tie our hands. Somehow it's not moved. The issues we raise here are actually at the heart of the Bill of Rights. So people have been impeached simply because the MCAs and somebody else probably in the county doesn't like you. You come here and somehow the national government of the day has got support, or the party does not like you. What we are saying is that the impeachment process largely has become a lynching process, a mob justice process.
Okay.
And as much, but they do not make this thing about an individual you might not like. The problem with that is this, that in the long run, we are not going to attract talent when it comes to governorship. You know, like for example, somehow, and I don't want to cast aspersions on the current commissioners at IBC, but IBC is no longer attracting talent because however brilliant you take a guy there, if I don't like the results, I call them thieves immediately. So somehow, if we continue with this new trajectory that we've picked around impeachment of governors, is that in the long run, people will actually say, if I run once and then I'm impeached, my life is ended. So therefore, we will not attract talent. We will end up having mediocre people. And then what do we do with that? Is that then we domesticate mediocrity and incompetence. Because for me to actually work well will be, I have to give MCAs what they need. If the senator is a loudmouth, I have to ensure that the senator gets whatever they want. I bribe everybody else so that I'm not impeached, so that then after my life as a governor, I can then become something else. But is it true that governors are committing crimes that are not committed elsewhere? Most of the governors are actually impeached on peripheral issues. Let me say this. Well, let me speak about one person as an example. Rigathi Gachagua was impeached specifically for the shares issue, right?
Article 10. Article 10.
Yes.
Yeah. Article 10 is vast, it's thrown around for so many reasons.
Yes.
Yeah. So, as around the national values and whatever. Rigathi Gachagua was impeached for saying what the president does. As in, the president practices the business of shares. But Rigathi Gachagua was preaching the gospel of shares. The president is a living practitioner of the gospel of shares. Rigathi was actually impeached for preaching the gospel of ethnicity. The president, if you look at his appointments, they are as tribal as they get there, very unfair. So what the president practices, and Rigathi Gachagua was preaching, so we lynched a man for preaching a gospel
on
which his boss.
Accounts.
We lynched him, of course, for several accounts, but I'm saying partly the biggest one. Rigathi Gachagua was the apostle of shares, the politics of shares. But the president, as the supreme god of the political ethnicity, look at how parastatals are shared out. Look at how lucrative positions in this country are actually shared out. You can actually, you know, we are not stupid, we are not headless. We see it. You look at the energy sector, you look at wherever there is money. Any lucrative and plum job in this country has been given to the president's friends or the people from his tribe. So what the president practices, Rigathi was impeached for preaching the same gospel. So literally, I know when it comes to sin, it's not just a matter of saying it. Even when you think about it. This is a person who has not thought about it, he has done it, but he is okay. Here is a man who's preaching that gospel, then he is impeached.
I am curious.
Maliba was just looking for an opportunity.
You triggered our mind and the minds of many.
No, I'm not defending Gachagua. I am not a member of.
Now I'll have to call the order. Fomba, we're coming to you.
This one is actually very passionate.
We are coming to you. You seem to understand the law rather too well on the question of impeachment. Just what does it take to trigger that conversation of an impeachment? Is it a